been here yesterday, we would have put this, we would have done this after negative exponents notes. So we're going to do negative exponent practice. So you're going to put this in your jam behind the negative exponent notes, but not right now. We're going to work on this and then we'll put it in between the 2 days of notes you guys took yesterday. So these are going to be multi-step because you're going to have to use one of our previous rules and then use the negative exponent rule. So what am I going to do first here? Gianna? I'm going to get 6 to the negative 12, and I can't leave it like that because it's got that negative there. What's it going to be? Maggie?
Would it be 1 over 6/12?
Perfect. That's my final answer there. About 1 over 2 to the negative 7th. Rylan, what am I going to do here? So based on the notes we did yesterday and the ones we just talked about, where do I have to move this expression because I can't have a negative exponent? I'm not going to multiply. So look at examples 4, 5, and 6 from the notes yesterday. What did we do when we had a negative exponent in the denominator? It's going to be our numerator, right? So 2 to the 7 over 1, which then just simplifies to 2 to the 7th. So if our negative is in the numerator, we move it to the denominator. If it's in the denominator, we shift it up to the numerator. About 4 squared times 4 to the negative 5th. What am I going to get? What's my process here? Landon? Perfect, thank you. 1 over 4 to the 3rd. 2 plus negative 5 is negative 3. 1 over 4 to the 3rd. How about 6 to the negative 3rd times 6 to the 0 power? So,
on number 3, even if it's a multiplication problem, would it still just be 2 minus 5?
yep. So we're always combining these. And so, yeah, 2 plus negative 5 is like saying 2 minus 5.
So it doesn't matter if it's like multiplication or division.
When do you multiply them together?
So we multiplied up here when we had this times this on the outside. Because this is like saying 6 to the third times 6 to the third times 6 to the negative 4. It's complicated. But yeah, so this is when we multiply. This is when we add them. And then we'll practice some of the quotient ones here a little bit later. Good question. Maggie, what do you think?
Also for number 3, why wouldn't it be 4 and then like why wouldn't it be negative 7?
Because this is a positive 2. So this is like saying 2 plus
I see.
negative 5.
Okay.
Yep, it would be negative 7 if that 2 was negative.
Okay.
How about number 4? What do you think? What's happening here? Carmen?
Well, the 0 is a 1, so it just stays 6 to the negative 3.
Yep. And then what do I do with that?
Put it as a fraction, 1 over 6 to the 7, or whatever it is.
To the third. Yep. Remember, this is like saying 1, right? So 6 to the negative 3 times 1 is going to give me 6 to the negative 3. And even if you didn't remember that, negative 3 plus 0 is still negative 3. Right? So the complicated thing about exponents is there's kind of like all these different rules you're using to evaluate, and some of them overlap. Some of them will kind of beat you to what you may or may not have to do. So you have to be like looking at it from like 6 or 7 different angles to try to figure out, okay, what do I do with this? All right, last one. Landon? You're so close. You're so very close. What is hiding right here next to this 7? A little secret 1. It's hiding. Right? So really I have 1 plus negative 8, which will give me negative 7. Right? So 1 minus 8 will give me negative 7. And then I do 1 over 7 to the 7th power. So if there's not an exponent there, you have to remember that there's a secret little 1. So when you're combining them, you add correctly. Right? Noah, go ahead and close your iPad. You do not need to open right now. Thank you. Any questions about these 5 practice problems that we just did? Okay, so this is going to go in your jam behind your notes from yesterday on negative exponents, in front of the hodgepodge notes. So it's going to go negative exponents, negative exponent practice, hodgepodge.
What if they're on like the same page?
If what's on the same page?
Like, Wednesday is on the front, and Thursday's on the back.
Just put it behind that then. That's fine. As long as it's in the same area of your binder, that's good.